Langley School, Hertfordshire. 20 pupils are leaving by coach for South Wales to spend a week in the beautiful Brecon forest at their Venture Studies Centre. Their coach trip of some 6 hours will take them through the rural West Country and the lush Wye Valley on their way to it in Breconshire, Llaneglwys. Located in Brecon Forest, the centre lies close to the Brecon Beacons National Park, on high ground between the valleys of the rivers Usk and Wye. For many weeks of the year, the hamlet of Llaneglwys doubles its normal population of 27 people. The farmhouse, which comprises the centre, was built in the mid-18th century. More recently, it was used for storage by the Forestry Commission. It was then discovered by Llaneglwys, a former teacher of King's Langley School in 1965, who realised its potential as a residential studies centre. It was leased by the school, and small groups of teachers and pupils renovated and decorated the building, enabling the first course to commence in the spring of 1969. Now the pupils of other schools in Hertfordshire, as well as King's Langley School, are able to spend a week every so often in idyllic scenery, extending their education through a series of well-planned, exciting activities, some of which we will see in our film. We join the centre with a group of second-year pupils who are plotting the area on maps. Back at school, they were prepared for this exercise and are now able to orientate themselves in their immediate surroundings. Some are even able to find time to daydream in the process. And now a journey into the Brecon forest to a lookout point known locally as Top of the World. What is the purpose of a Venture Studies Centre? Whilst achievement in academic subjects is rightly given high priority, education has a wider connotation than this. We all have to learn to live with each other, to be independent, to master new physical and social skills, and to heighten our perceptions of the world about us. The imaginative way in which the Venture Studies programme has been built into the school year enables some staff members and pupils to spend time together in beautiful surroundings where the natural facilities provide opportunities for outdoor education, including canoeing, hill climbing, camping, pony trekking, orienteering, rock climbing, geological studies, and an opportunity to learn about Wales and its people through a review of its cultural and industrial institutions.
And it gives you a lot of experience in outdoor activities now, which you might want to carry on with later.
I enjoyed doing the cooking part most. I found it very interesting, and it helped me at home to cook as well.
I put 10 tea bags in a kettle for 4 cups of tea, and throw them all away, and I got into a bit of trouble. We worked quite hard there. We had to do the different studies, the biology and the field study, and then we sort of had to keep everything in order. And I mean, it's not really a holiday. I mean, some of the things we do.
The children at the centre are not on holiday. They are studying subjects linked with their school work, geology and biology, for example, and sharing chores. Here is a popular one. The children have collected firewood from the forest, which is now being cut to a convenient size for the fire in the lounge. Wood collecting, chopping, cooking and cleaning are chores shared equally among everybody. Each party learns to share in these basic duties and to leave the farmhouse spick and span, ready for the next party.
Now listen, before you do anything, okay? You're responsible for taking your boat off, putting the straps to your boat in the mini-boat, and you're responsible for putting it back on again. When you come out of the water, I don't care if you're half drowned, soaking wet, your first priority is your boat, alright? It's got to go on, put it on exactly where it is now. Look how the straps have gone up, and they go on. Alright, straps to the front of the mini-boat.
You can take mine to the toilet. Stand up.
experience of many activities enables pupils to make choices between a variety of options at a later stage. Canoeing is justifiably popular, and this group of second-year pupils is about to spend a day on the safe, shallow waters of the River Wye. The presence of highly skilled instructors ensures conditions in which the pupils can learn to canoe in safety. Each child wears an efficient life jacket.
Right, now there are whistles on here you don't need to use. They're only really for use, well they are for use in emergency, but they're not necessary for what we're going to do. They'd only be used at sea or if you were lost in a fog or something like that. Right, that's good for you. Your life jacket's got enough buoyancy in, this one's got enough there to keep just the animal afloat without blowing it up. Alright, so you don't need to touch it once you've got it strapped on. You are unsinkable. Alright, you cannot sink. And if you fall in the water and you're lying flat on your face, your life jacket will turn you up so you're lying on your back, sunbathing.
Children are required to tackle all the activities, although they may well decide that some are not for them. It is important that the children enjoy the introduction to a new activity, which may help them to become aware of a different external environment in terms of mountains, hills, rivers, people and customs. This is the wider aspect of education.
That blade is in the water, then you're pushing a very thin edge against the wind, aren't you? If your paddles were the same, when that one was like that one was like that, you have to push a great flat paddle against the wind, wouldn't you? It's hard work, and that is the reason they're like that. That's what we call feathering. Right? You always get in your boat, your canoe, and you always get out of it facing upstream. Now you're going to have to get wet feet to get in. You've got to walk into you're in a position where your boat will float even with you in it. Alright, obviously otherwise you just slap the top of it there with that hand. You put that blade on the bottom. Right on the bottom. Now, with that there like that, I can sit on there and it's quite stable. Right, quite stable. Now from there I can get one leg in, my shoes up, right, the other leg in, wriggle down, get comfortable, still pressing down on there, alright, but try put your left hand that way, you grasp it, that's it. Right, those people who've got the moon races can get... short, you see, it's about 12 feet high, and up to about 10 or 12 feet you can climb without using helmets, without ropes. No higher than that. After that you have to use all the rough equipment and you have to go with an instructor. But today I want you to practice some of these techniques that are used on higher rock faces. It starts with this corner here, it's a sort of buttress. Now follow me, with about a yard between you, and we go up it, keeping the heels down, see? And try and keep one hand and 2 feet on the rocks, or 2 hands and 1 foot, so that you've always got 3 points of contact. Heels down, keep well out from the rock face. Don't clutch it like this, or you'll...
These small rocky outcrops by the roadside are ideal for beginners to practice hand and footholds in preparation for later years if they wish to proceed to more advanced rock and mountain climbing. We have now joined a party of first-year pupils learning basic techniques.
Now you've got to get out round this one, so move back and have a look at all these little footholds here. Can you see my fingers? Come round here and try this flat wall, Nigel. Look for them and stick the wheels in and down. There's toe in, heel down. 3 points of contact all the time, Nigel. That's good, that's a lean back, you're doing well. Keep the heels down, maximum wedge in. Heels down, flat your feet against the wall. 1 hand behind you, 2 hands behind you if you like. That's it. Push with that hand, go on. Push this foot in. Well, don't worry about that, Rick. Try another one. Keep looking for one that won't come out. I think you'll do better to put your right hand on the right wall. That's it, now push. Go on, you're going. Big push with that left hand. With the foot, go on, you're there. Push with that foot. Oh, 2 hands, 2 knees.
Pony trekking is another popular activity, especially with the girls. But this is a far cry from donkey rides on the beach. Here the children have to learn to handle the equipment and unsaddle the ponies after their ride. A local trekking centre supplies the ponies, instructors and guides. Every party arriving at Llaneglwys is challenged by the local football team. What the game lacks in class, it makes up for in wild enthusiasm. Hertfordshire pupils have over the years become very popular with the handful of local inhabitants, bringing life, warmth and youth to an isolated community. Interaction with the local community is important, and it is good to see hosts and guests relating to each other with mutual affection and respect. Llaneglwys won an award in 1969 for the best kept hamlet in Wales, and the pupils at the centre are encouraged to respect the local reputation for neatness and tidiness. An unusual outdoor pursuit, the blindfold sisal trail. In spite of the fiendish obstacles devised by the staff, this remains a highly popular event in the week's programme. The educational content lies in the way children learn to use other senses, such as touch and balance, to explore their surroundings. "7 o'clock in the morning, on the edge of the Brecon forest and looking out towards the Brecon beacons. Down in the forest, something stirs. 2 11-year-old pupils have spent their first night under canvas. This enjoyable activity prepares pupils for more advanced expedition work in the future. Another popular activity, eating. The food at the centre is cooked to a high standard by the pupils themselves, under supervision of course. Each table in the dining room becomes a team and cooks the meals during one day of the week's course.
It's a great atmosphere because everyone has something to contribute.
I think Wales is a very good idea. It helps pupils to cope on their own and to think not just with other people but to sort out situations that they wouldn't normally handle on their own, to be able to cope with it.
I think Wales is a good idea because it teaches you mainly just to look after yourself for future life.
I think Wales is a very good idea because it can tell you what your limit of endurance is, which is much higher than you think, and so you can be more confident in yourself.
Into the forest once again, this time to collect wood. Each group is expected to collect more wood than they're likely to use during the week. This is to ensure an ever-increasing supply of fuel in the barn, as in winter, heavy snow sometimes hinders the collection of wood.
O iawn, mae plant yn gweithio, yn clysgu coed y plant y tan.
Oedden, ond rhaid bod rhaid I pob grŵp casgu gymaint o gwod a maen nhw'n rhosgu.
O, oes.
Mae rhaid nhw'n neud ni, pob un yn nhw. A na mes maen nhw'n neud bore yma yw casgu pob tan.
O, da.
One of the camera team is engaging Emlyn Jones in conversation in Welsh. Mr. Jones and his wife look after the centre. Mr. Jones is employed by the Forestry Commission and is always willing to help in the supervision and collection of firewood to ensure that only wood of no commercial value is taken.
Surprising how hard they work when they're collecting wood, isn't it?
Yeah, it's surprising how many of them learnt by tonight this week. Nice one, yeah.
I think what it is, when they're
they feel cold, they know if they don't collect the wood they won't get a fire. If they don't light a fire they won't get one. It's self-survival.
Yeah. It's nice when they're all around the fire at night. Often it's surprising how you can see them in a different...
While the children are busy, 3 members of staff take time out to discuss the progress of the course. This attractive scheme, so valuable in fostering teacher-pupil relationships, was brought into being by the enterprise and initiative of King's Langley School and has been made available to all schools and colleges in Hertfordshire. On the last evening of the course, a party atmosphere prevails, and there is the inevitable sing-song. Final morning, and the children prepare to leave for Hertfordshire and civilization. On this occasion there are always a few tears, particularly when saying farewell to Mr. and Mrs. Jones. But there is the consoling thought that they might return another time. This then is a brief look at King's Langley School's Venture Studies Centre, an exciting project which has enriched the educational experience of many children in Hertfordshire, and it is hoped will continue to do so for years to come.
She'll be doing some orienteering when she comes.